hotel the night we were married, and paid for a trip by boat to come from New York to Jacksonville. Now he did all that on his own. And
this was for your wedding?
Yeah, he made all of it. And
no, wait, boat from where? Jacksonville to where? To Connecticut?
From New York to Jacksonville. It took us 5 days.
You got married. Where'd you get married? In
New Haven at an Episcopal church. Okay. Monday night at 8 o'clock, we had all the ceremony and everything, the family.
So the Edwards family was not there?
Oh, no. But you know what they did do? They drove from Lakeland to Jacksonville to meet that boat, and they never left hardly the city limit. They were there to meet the boat. When we got back to Lakeland, there were garage apartments then, you know. They had taken that little garage apartment behind their house, completely made a dollhouse out of it. I mean, there was a new bedroom suite, there was living room furniture, there were dishes, silver, pots. We just walked in and started living. And he got paid $20 a week to drive a truck. And a week after I was married, I was back in college.
Back in Florida Southern.
And I was determined, even back then, to get that degree. So sometimes I'd ride to Tampa with him in his great big old semi truck hauling fruit, $20 a week. We bought shrimp for 19 cents a pound. We'd go to the movies once a week, and they were good about letting us use their car. They were awfully good to us. So this was September, and I finished my
Which year?
1939. In February, something happened. I got pregnant.
Wait a minute, February 39.
No, that was February. No, 38. Yeah, 39.
Yeah.
And so, by mistake, of course, I got pregnant, and this was February, and I carried Arthur till May. Nobody knew I was pregnant. Nobody was even married, much less pregnant, at Florida Southern College in 1939. And I didn't even tell my friends. I didn't tell anybody. And I said that's why he was so smart. He went to college 3 months before he was born. Can you believe it? So in November, here came Arthur, and Tillis, in order to pay for me and the doctor, he had to make boxes all summer long to haul citrus. I don't know what he got paid, but there's a picture, a well-known picture, Mike, that was in the Ledger, shows him making boxes.
Really?
Somewhere, asked the boys about it. So he made enough money to pay for the doctor for Arthur to be born. So that's the story of my life. And it was wonderful. And we never thought we were poor. We were just happy as could be. Just as happy as could be. And he was a different person back then. He was really nice. He wasn't full of himself and all this stuff.
So he had quit school. He didn't go back.
No, he never went back. He never regretted it. I think he did it. Everybody, when they get older, says, "I wish I'd finished." He never admitted it, but when he was, when he got to be on the Citrus Commission and he was messing with all these college graduates, he wished he was one of them. And then when Arthur was born, before he was born, that little apartment wasn't going to hold a baby. So Mr. Edwards gave us that nice, right across from the Lakeland High School, gave us the land, and we built a house there where he was born, and right across from where the high school is now. It's still there, I think I showed you, having a little green, and it's still a pretty little house. It's a white house with green shutters, and it's still in good condition. And we took out a $3,000 mortgage to build the house. And that's all that house cost, because he had given us the lot. And so we had a nice little 2-bedroom, hardwood floors, kitchen, beautiful little house. We sold it for $8,700. So, but he and Mike were both born on Hollingsworth Road, there, right across from the high school. So you see how good the Edwards were to us. I know they talk about Mrs. E being such a bitch, but she was a bitch. She was a bitch.
Where was the house? Where were they living when you were living in that garage apartment? Where was that?
At Parker Street.
Parker Street.
Where that awful place is now. That was a lovely family neighborhood then. And for some reason, their house was removed. Someone tore it down, and it was a lovely 3-bedroom big home. And it was on the corner of Parker and Stella, I think. And then Aunt Essie had a house, her sister, right down the road. And David and Bonnie still have the lot where she lived.
Right.
But,
So when did they move out to Cumbie? From there?
Arthur was just little. I mean, yeah, they moved out. They bought 40 acres out there. Arthur was just about 3 or 4 years old when they moved out there. And they lived in that little old greenhouse. It was just nothing but a little farmhouse. And they lived in that for 4 or 5 years, and then they built the nice big brick house out there. Did you ever go to that?
Oh yeah. I remember both houses.
You remember that little greenhouse too?
Yeah. Because they moved it. They moved it to build the brick house, and they moved it.
Yeah,
just
moved it back. Yeah.
Whatever.
And they had a farm too. A barn too.
Yeah.
So now I'm catching you up on your background. You know, it affects you too. You're part of all that blood, hon. They had this massive garden. He was a farmer from way back. They had this wonderful. They grew everything. He even had his own horse, and he had a plow behind it, and they grew pigs. They grew chickens. We were the best fed people around. They took care of all of us, fed us all, and worked so hard and he not only at the packing house but on the farm. So, is someone calling it?
No, just.
Okay, what is that?
My phone.
Okay, I didn't know it was something else. Everybody's got so many fancy phones and picture takers and so that stuff.
It does everything.
Everybody hates me, honey, because I don't even have a cell phone. I have nothing but that thing right there, and I can only get regular stations that are on the network. But there's nothing fit to look at anymore. I'd rather sit here and read this book at night than.
So when did you move to New Jersey? Where was the house on New Jersey, wasn't it?
When David was born, in 1947.
Yeah, that house is still there. That's red brick house.
Oh yeah, that was built in 1900.
Oh really?
That's an old house. That was one of the old houses when we had it. I guess we moved in 1946. It was right before he was born, and had 3 bedrooms upstairs, and it was a beautiful home. We had a floor furnace right in the middle between the living room and dining room, and that's the way we heated things. And little old David, naturally, walked across that heated furnace, burned the bottom of his feet. All he did was get hurt all his life. And then for getting cool, up in the attic, we had this huge fan, and it sucked the air out the whole house. Attic fans, and we were just as proud as we could be of that house. I love that house.
So when was the Nevada Roadhouse built?
1954. We were on New Jersey Road, and then for some reason we decided it was a little bit old, or was going down or something, so we sold it. And immediately bought a house on Edgewood Drive. You know where Nevada Road comes out onto Edgewood?
Yeah.
And there's a big 2-story house with a huge garden. It was faced on the golf course on number 9. So we bought that house. It was beautiful, it really was. And moved in a week before Christmas. And in the meantime, Tillis had a chance to buy the Pope property on Nevada Road. Well, we weren't even settled in the house, and he said, and we had to live in this little bitty, a little wooden house. It had three bedrooms, I think, but it was old. It went back to about 1900, all wood, and one room would go up and one room would go down, and it had a shower outside the kitchen. You had to go outside to take a shower, and the only heater really wood stove. And he said, "Pat, I've got a chance to buy this wonderful acreage from Mr. Pope." We weren't even settled in the house on Edgewood. If you give up this house, I'll give up my equity in it, and I'll borrow the money. And you're going to have to give up this lovely home and move into this little wooden house. But I promise you, I'll build you any house you want if you'll go along with me. Okay, honey. So we move out of this nice house into this old wooden beat-up house.
Where was the beat-up house?
Back of the one we're on now.
Oh, back of there. Okay.
Back of the one. And the barn was there. See,
the house was next to the barn?
The barn was back of the house.
Okay.
But see, it was 20 acres. Or was it 20 or 10?
Did the acreage go all the way to the lake?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we moved in, and the McDowells had lived there. Dr. McDowell, you know, and it was during the war, and they just moved here till they built that lovely home up behind Jefferson's, which is still there. But anyhow, David was just little. So in 1954, we were able to build our lovely home. It's still there. It's still there. And Tillis actually gave the house to a man at the packing house. One of his old, I'm trying to think who it was. And they actually, that house was moved that we lived in out to Cumbie Road. Is still sitting there.
Oh, is that right?
One of the employees, one of his very favorite ones, cost him $1,000 to move the house. But I think it's still there.
Oh, he paid to move it for him too?
No, I don't think so. I think he said, "I'll give you the house, but you'll have to pay." He just gave him the house. Mm-hmm. He said, "You'll have to pay him." So I think that house is still there.
So then he sold except for the land you have the house on, he sold the rest of the grove or the acreage?
I don't know why I don't know what year we sold to John Phillips. He was a commissioner of transportation of the state. I'm trying to think what year that was. The only thing we kept was our.
You want something to drink?
But no, he sold it, and that's why it's called John Isla Street. It was John Phillips and Isla Phillips.
Is that right?
Yeah. And so that's what he just sold it outright. I don't even know what he got for it. What am I sneezing? I don't know how much we got for that. But the barn stayed there, you know, till we left. And then when they put the road through, of course, that barn has tails that nobody knows.
That's right.
Ask your daddy.
That's right.
Everybody knew the Edwards barn. All the girls wanted to go to the Edwards barn, and I think a few of them did. I insisted Tillis put hay up so it would be a real barn. He said, I don't think so. I said, we're having a party now. If it's a barn, we need to have hay in the barn. Well, the only thing they had was a ladder built against the wall to go up, and they were that far apart. He said, no, we don't need hay. I said, yeah, it's a real... I don't think so. So we put the hay up there. And once I had the courage to climb up there, I looked around the hay and I said, I don't think so.
Do you need some water?
I don't know why I'm sneezing.
Some water.
Okay. I'm talking too much, that's why. I don't know why I'm coughing. Huh? Would you like some more juice or a Coke or?
Okay.
Are you okay? Oh, thank you, hon. I think it's just because I'm not used to talking so much.